Welcome to another episode of Is Debatable NBA Edition. I'm your host, Justin Jones, here with co-host Sebastian Pluvios, co-host Jalen Green, and we have another special guest this week, a good friend of ours, Kareem Wallace. Everyone clap it up, please.
Appreciate y'all boys for having me, man.
Of course. So we definitely asked Darius the same question, but I want to ask you, what made you want to come on the show?
Because I feel like, we all always argue about sports 24/7. So
Facts.
it's like, we love the game, so this is what we're going to do.
All right. Jalen, Seb, I want to say thank you for y'all last week for holding on the show when I was not able to make it. Had to pull a James Harden move real quick, so I definitely understand where he be coming from sometimes. But just want to dap y'all up real quick, saying thank you for holding it down. Thank you holding it down. But now we are back to business. NBA talk, and we're going to start in the Western Conference. The Oklahoma City Thunder has been one of the hottest teams to jump out of the gate, and they're off to a great start. I believe they're second or third in the Western Conference right now. My fault for not having the exact standings. I don't have it in front of me, but they are off to a very hot start right now. So I would like to start with Seb and ask the question: how worried should the rest of the league be about this year's Oklahoma City Thunder?
So for this year's Oklahoma City Thunder team, I feel like it's definitely been revamped since Chet Holmgren definitely has had his rookie debut. When I look at it, this team thus far has been nothing but solid on both ends on the floor. You know, we talk about the offense and how it's been clicking and how everybody's getting a little piece of the pie. I definitely seen Shai Gilgeous has taken a step back from, just being a main scorer and letting, a guy like Chet or Jalen Williams or even Josh Giddey be more effective in their roles too as well. Definitely took it more of a playmaking position too. I seen that as well, and just on the defensive end as well too. I feel like Chet definitely adds, that versatility on the defensive end, guarding 1 through 5, as well as guys like Lou Dort, who's been known for a solid 3-and-D throughout his career thus far, as well as even Shai Gilgeous. Once again, he's been he's actually took on the just guarding, be more defensive oriented as well too. When I look at it, this team is a team that really runs up and down the court. If they have to play a half court style, they will. And this is the versatility. So when we look at it right now, they have all the tools right now to have an impact, and see if they could get to the postseason. But I'm not gonna be too quick to say that the team should be afraid, because you gotta really think about it. We thought about the Kings last year too. They had one of those hot starts to what the Oklahoma City is having right now. So when we look at it, you're still a young team going through the growing pains of making mistakes. It doesn't show on their record right now, but when we look at it, when we get to the playoffs, we got to see how well this team is poised and could really not limit their mistakes against a veteran team that they goes against in the Western Conference.
Okay, Jalen.
For me, I don't think anybody should be worried, to be honest, because off the sheer fact on the Western Conference, I feel like there's a lot of teams better than the Oklahoma City Thunder. I give credit to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for holding down the fort and just figuring out ways on how to win them games, and Josh Giddey, along with Jalen Williams and Lou Dort, playing their roles and everything. But when we go into the Western Conference, a lot of these teams have depth, which I feel like is a problem for the Oklahoma City Thunder, because off the bench, who's really gonna help out in a playoffs or contribute and help you win a game, in the playoff series or anything.
Isaiah Joe. Sorry to cut you off.
But I mean, compared to teams like the Pelicans, the Timberwolves, even teams that are struggling now that obviously is gonna pick it up later, like the Lakers, Clippers, and Warriors and everything. Once they pick it up, you feel me? On the depth chart, I really feel like a lot of the Western Conference teams beat out the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's just a matter of I just got to see different ways they win games, specifically with the Thunder as well. I feel like early on they have not tough competition, but I really feel a lot of the teams that they played, it's kind of a little bit iffy. I want to see them, they're on their upcoming schedule. I know they play the 76ers, they play the Lakers, they're playing, upper competition teams. So I want to see how they fare out against those teams, even though they're having a lot of success now. But it's just more so I got to see them against level competition and make a fair assessment to really give them credit or anything yet.
All right. Reem, talk to us.
I feel like Oklahoma City is a very young team, so anything is possible. But what I say to look out for them right now, not really. But they're definitely something to look at, because you got Chet coming off of him. He didn't play last year. He's making his rookie debut.
Right.
He's averaging, I think, 17 right now, so he's doing good on the offensive end. He's playing good defense. You got guys like Jalen Williams off the bench, coming off the bench, picking up. He's coming in along very nice. Who else? You got Lou Dort coming in. I feel like the key in this is Lou Dort, believe it or not, because if he can really get to his spots, he could take over a game. We've seen it last year. He can take over a game. When Shea's out, he could take over a game. We've seen him drop 30 balls, 25. Like, we've seen it. So he just has to keep it up and be more consistent. But I wouldn't say you look out for them right now. Like, give him a couple more games, see how they do against better competition, and then we could go from there.
Okay, so it looks like me and Seb is the only one watching the games right now. I think the whole league should be worried about the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have a great young core. They're off to one of the best starts in the Western Conference thus far. They're 7th in the NBA in offensive rating this year. They're 3rd in defensive rating. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's having an MVP season, averaging 30 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. 53% from the field goal range and 35% from three. And then, Reem brought up Chet, 17 points, 8 rebounds, about 3 assists, and a steal a game, 55% from the field and 43% from three. Just those two alone, we're seeing that combination, what we didn't get to see last year, we're seeing in full effect this year. And like I said, they're just off to a very good start. But sort of to the point that Jalen brought up, and even you, Seb, experience is going to matter once the playoff times do come around. I definitely think this team is a lock to be in the playoffs. I don't see them being anything lower than a 6th seed. But if they do, just hypothetically, was to go up against a Golden State Warriors type of team that's won multiple championships, coached by Steve Kerr, that championship pedigree, a coach that we've seen time and time again make those right adjustments, going up against a coach named Mark Daigneault, or
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
No disrespect to you, so I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but we haven't seen you in those real crunch right there, those crunch time moments in the playoffs where you have to make adjustments, right? A lot of people talked about Joe Mazzulla last year. He didn't make that adjustment. He should have called the timeout right there. He should have took out Jaylen Brown on that play. Certain adjustments stopped that team from damn near winning it all. So, I feel this team has the roster, but do they have the right coach? That's the only thing that really, bothers me about this team. But there's nothing else I'm really, really worried about. I feel they have great players at every single position. You brought up the fact, Reem, Lou Dort. I think he's a great defensive player. If he's able to knock down that 3-point shot, he's going to be a great factor. We already see what Chet is doing, outplaying Victor Wembanyama. So once this Rookie of the Year, talk starts heating more up, media, let's not do the narrative and just give it to Chet Holmgren. Victor Wembanyama just because of his name. Chet Holmgren right now is outplaying him.
I agree.
Definitely outplaying him.
So, and Shai, once again, has to be top 5 for MVP candidate.
Definitely. Definitely.
He just has
He's
to.
living up to his ESPN rank, bro. They had him like at least 6, bro. A lot of people was questioning that, though, but he's backing it up. 30 ball this year, 30 ball
last year, I think, too.
Right. But, I just want to ask Jalen a question real quick, because I wrote this down. The only thing I'm thinking, does this team have to make a trade, as they gear up for the playoff? I looked at the roster. I like both of the Williams. They're okay, but they're here and there. And then their roster gets a little slim. It's a lot of young, real young pieces. Do you think they need to make a trade for just a quote-unquote veteran established player that's been in the playoffs?
I wouldn't say, actually, I would kind of hold off on. I would kind of wait more towards the trade deadline, but because again, it's still early in the season. You still need to give other people opportunity. You feel me? Even to the point like what Seb said, Isaiah Joe, and I know like Trey Mann, and then Jalen Williams off the bench is also great, but you also got to give them more opportunity and more chances to see how can they contribute to winning. As much as we seeing them have success, winning like one way. Great teams win variety of different ways. So you got to give them at least an opportunity. So I wouldn't make a trade as of yet right now. You would just have to kind of assess more of your talent before you even think about what you need to get in return.
Right. But I'm saying if it comes around that February, trade deadline, and you have an opportunity to a possible chance to win it all this year, do you not make that move? They got $1 million. They got $1 million and one draft pick.
Yeah, but
they have a whole bunch of young players.
Make that move.
It's not always a guarantee to make the playoffs to win a championship. If you got a team right now that, like I said, the top 10 in both offense and defensive rating, do you not try to go for it? You got what?
Who you think
but
they're
then again,
give up?
that's what I'm saying.
Who you think they're going to give up, though?
But like,
Giddy's out of there.
What do they need?
Giddy's out of there.
All right, well, hold on. I don't know how much do we talk about Josh Giddey. I just want to know, did you do it? Like,
Nah,
because-
it's clear as day he did it. It's clear as day.
Yeah, he's out. That's what I'm saying. He's the
guilty?
odd man out.
He did it.
He's guilty?
Guilty,
He's
bro.
bro,
Once
yeah,
you
that
get
shit-
those reports or that
Yeah.
that stain on your name, bro,
That shit's
you're
fresh.
more likely to get traded. He's an odd man out already. You see, we didn't really mention him.
But look, the league is not even talking about it right now. Why is he
They
playing
did do an
basketball right now?
investigation.
Why is he playing basketball? Why? If
Yeah,
you're
I
doing
feel-
an investigation, what happened with Ja? They did an investigation. He didn't play. Why is Josh Giddey playing? What makes him
There
different?
was an underground settlement?
Why is he not? Why is this guy still playing basketball?
he's on a trade block. I'm saying, bro.
But you know, yeah, everyone here knows he should not be playing right. He should not be suited
Yeah,
playing.
you too. Yeah,
alright, yeah.
It's
Come
too
on,
hot.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
All right.
But yeah, so not to sidetrack too much, but just overall, he most likely like basketball wise, like back to the basketball topic, like he's most likely the odd man out because he's a guy like I feel like since Shea Gilgeous has the ball in his hand majority of the time, he's more effective as a playmaker. Like we don't really
But
see
he could come out and give you a triple double.
Yeah, he could,
Any
but-
night.
but
And
his-
he
yeah,
crashing.
But to Seb's point, what he's trying to say, he's most effective with the ball in his hand. We've seen him play his best, last season when Shea Gilgeous was just stopped playing because they always shut him down because they were trash. So you gave him the ball in his hand. That's when getting those triple doubles. And
So you think he could go somewhere else and do that?
Yeah, so in a
I think so.
situation
I
like
think he has
that, yeah,
potential.
Yeah, if he has
his
potential's out the roof.
His
I
game
don't-
is like
yeah.
straight facilitating. So he's not gonna work off ball like let me watch Shea cook and I'll spot it for three. He's like
Yeah,
a
he's
poor
not
man's
a
a
good
good
shooter.
shooter.
He's not a
he
good
needs the
Yeah,
ball in his
so
hand.
you would need somebody that complements that back court to where, like, feel me, I could get a bucket. So realistically speaking, when we talk about the trade deadline and trying to make a move forward, I would say a guy like Zach LaVine, just because of the strength, they could work off ball
Yeah,
together.
Exactly if he could play. off the
Yeah,
ball.
they could play off the ball together, and like you're not relying on
hold
too
on,
much.
hold on. I'm here. Zach LaVine is like the hottest girl in high school right now.
He's on his James Harden shit. If you want to talk about it.
Everybody wants a piece of Zach LaVine right now, but
Hey, yo.
is he?
Yo.
All right. Is he the type of play? Like, I don't know what kind of system player
doesn't
is.
bring- he doesn't
Like,
win, so-
right. Does his type of game bring wins? Because I don't want to bring a player like that to the Thunder. He
Yeah.
messes up what they already grown.
And that's the thing too. Like I feel like the Oklahoma City Thunder goal is to make the playoffs, right? And if you get Zach LaVine, he only played in one playoff series. So what more experience is he giving the team?
That's a fact.
Like
He's a regular
It
season
isn't,
guy.
but
if you
it's a
ask me.
switch up though. Like
Yeah.
you feel me? You're getting more offensive oriented as well. You're
Yeah.
pushing the pace more. Just maybe you give up a little bit more playmaking, but you really got guys that could do it all. Chet could really facilitate here and there as well. Shea Gilgeous, we seen him taking another advanced step and just having more ball duties and just facilitating more. And just Levine, I feel like that's somebody that will fall in line to another 25 point per game scorer. So the load is not going to be on Shea Gilgeous to go out there and
Even
get
right
30.
now, it's
Yeah.
not even the load is not on Shea right now though. There's 4 guys on that average double digits. So I don't think the load. He just has the most points. That's it. He just averaged them. But I don't think the load is all. They can win without him. Like we've seen it. And now
wait,
with
wait,
Ja-
wait, no, wait,
They've
hold
won
on,
without-
hold on.
they've won.
You
They
think
can
they like
win.
like
him,
Shea
Jalen.
Gilgeous out? Like,
No.
Jalen.
Like in playoffs, clearly they're gonna need him in the playoffs.
No, I'm saying like
Oh, yeah, they
like
can
in a 10-game span that you think they're Gucci without
they
Shea.
can win. They can win a couple games
Nah,
without
they go
him.
3-7.
They'll
Yeah.
win.
They're going 3
Who's
and
replacing
7.
30 points per game?
Yeah,
That's when Lou Dort stepped. That's when guys like Lou Dort stepped up, like Josh
But they're
Giddey.
not the closest though.
They're
We
not
see
closers
Shea
though, but they
Gilgeous
could definitely carry some luggage.
he gets
They
down
could.
the
Hold on,
stretch.
I did see Chet close some games though. The game against Golden State, he
He
hit that.
closed
He
that
hit that
game.
3 to send it to He
That
got
was a good look.
He got the clutch G in though, and he
Nah,
has
he
that,
does,
and
he
he has
does.
that that attitude that I want the ball. Like if Shea gets tied up, he gets double team. Chet wants to give me the ball. I'm shooting this from 30.
Yeah, he'll take it.
So
I like that kid a lot. He got a lot of, he has a lot of stuff.
right, so shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder once again. They're off to a hot start this season, and I'm just gonna say this right now: the Oklahoma City Thunder will at least make the Western Conference semifinals this season. That is just my
There's
prediction.
so much good teams in the
That-
West.
I don't give a damn. Like the Oklahoma City Thunder will make the Western Conference semifinals this season. Stamp it right now.
I'm gonna remember that.
All right, do it.
What if they play the Lakers in the first round?
Yeah. What if that
So
happens?
unless they play the
No, you can't change it up.
Hold on.
You can't change it up.
No. Unless it's just a bad matchup against the GOAT, then you just got assed out like it's the GOAT.
Nah, I respect it because the same shit happened in Memphis yesterday. That's why I'm saying these younger teams, I think they
just need more
They go
experience.
harder in the regular season.
Yeah.
They want to get to the playoffs, but a team like these veteran teams, like
They're not
they're
going for
close.
that.
Yeah,
They're not going for that.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the Eastern Conference and talk about another young team that's off to a hot start, and that will be the Orlando Magic. Right now, they are sitting at number 2 in the Eastern Conference, right behind the Boston Celtics, with a record of 10-4, led by Pablo Banchero, how you pronounce the last name, and Franz Wagner. Those are the two leading the force right now. So simple question, and Reem, I'll start with you. This season, will the Orlando Magic make the playoffs?
No.
Oh wow. Talk to us. Go
No.
ahead.
Come on, yo, it's so early. You basing these guys over 10, 15. You can't. These guys are not making up. They have no experience over there. None. None of them have playoff experience over there. They're not. It's not happening, bro. Can't see it.
All right, so but hold on. So not even the play-in. Are you saying they're going to be below the 10th seed?
They might crack an eighth. They might crack the eighth seed. They might.
And you're saying if they get to 8th, that's the play-in. You're saying they lose that first game.
Yes.
They're out of there.
Depends on who they play. It depends on who they play. But look, last night they beat the Celtics. Congrats to them. They beat the Celtics tough. Porzingis got injured as well, so just remember that.
All right.
But I don't think so, bro. It's way too early to play.
Are you not sold on Pablo Banchero? Has he not?
I like him, but I'm not sold on him taking the Magics to the playoffs. No.
Okay. Jalen, will the Magic make the playoffs this year?
Playoffs. I would say more so like a play-in situation, but I don't think they're like going to be one of the top 6 teams to make the playoffs. I definitely see them making like the play-in. More so, there's a lot of things I just have to see from the Magic specifically. Like, I know they're winning games and everything, and that I think like this is actually a plus. Like, Paolo Banchero hasn't had like a big game, but they've been still able to win, games like without him having to dominate or, having to go off or anything. It's really evenly balanced between everybody. From Cole Anthony been shooting the ball well. Jalen Suggs been playing defense. I feel like everybody's been playing their role pretty well, especially Franz Wagner as well. I really feel like they have like a little like chemistry, him and Pablo Banchero, on like when to score the ball and when to be aggressive and everything like that. So I definitely feel like the chemistry is there and they definitely just know how to win games. But another thing too, I just like the variations of lineups, because they every game they have a mismatch. They have a mismatch. They put Franz at the 2, sometimes put Jonathan Isaac in, and then you have a lineup full of like 6'10" guys switching everything. So it's definitely going to be hard for like a lot of Eastern Conference teams. But I just don't see going against tough Eastern Conference teams when you have like a Jason Tatum and you have like a Giannis and a Dame, and then is Paolo Banchero going to be able to match that type of offensive power, or like can they match that when one of these stars have one of these big games? Are they gonna match that type of energy, or like how would they go about like figuring out how to win those type of games when the stars really show up?
Who's gonna be that player that's gonna do that? I don't think Paolo could do that every night.
Yeah.
Okay, Seb.
I'm gonna have to go on a wild card and say yes. Straight 7 seed.
Yeah, I want to know why. I want to hear this.
It's off the strength right now. What you're seeing is what you get right now. They're all healthy. That's a plus. Besides probably like Markelle Fultz. Right now, they have one of the best defensive ratings in the league, only allowing 106 points a game. When you have that type of defense, that could take you a long way into, especially in the Eastern Conference, where not too much teams are highly offensive oriented as what we see in the West, but you still and they have their fair share of players that really having a season. They have like 6 players within double digits, averaging double digits as well. Cole Anthony has took another leap.
He gets better. He gets better every year.
Yeah, and the thing is, I wasn't too sold on it. That actually I started watching it more. Like I paid attention after we was talking to Trav last week, and then he definitely shouted him out on that. So I wasn't too sold, but I'm really watching it. I'm like, yeah, his game is definitely getting more solid within his role. Look like he could be in a 6-man role.
Yeah.
When I look at it, Franz Wagner, he could be a starter.
Be a starter.
Just what they got going on right there, you don't want to fuck up what's going on right there.
They have so much they playing with, so it's like anybody can start any given night.
I definitely like what I've seen thus far, just especially from Paolo and Franz Wagner. It's not like I wouldn't say it's a one-man show between them. It's like, all right, if you get going, I'll play off for you, or if you get going, I'll play off for you. I've seen that as well. And just overall, just the teams that they're on a 6-game winning streak right now. Yeah. I don't know how long that lasts, but that's impressive for a Magic team that we haven't really talked about. And even last year, they were still building somewhat of an identity, although they didn't make the playoffs or even the play-in. We seen little glimpse of them. They're like, oh, they could give like, some team trouble. And that's what they doing with the Boston Celtics. Last year in their season series, they won 3-1 against a team that just came off the Eastern Conference Finals. And now they're still, capitalizing off that. So when you look at it and they take these little matchups seriously, like, oh, if you're a top, like, 3 team in the league, we're going to play a little bit harder to let you realize that, feel me, eventually we're going to be there. So I think the coach is Jamal Tinsley over there?
Not Tinsley.
What was it?
Yeah.
Jamal Mashburn or some shit.
Yeah.
Nah, some shit. Whoever. But just just shout out to the coach of what he got going on over there. I've definitely been paying attention a little bit more just off the strength of just defense really wins you games in this case. And Paolo's not having the season that he had rookie, dropped down to this 19 points. France, I believe, has 19 or 18 as well, too.
18, I think.
Yeah, but they're all sharing, like, feel me, everybody's getting a little bit more touches. So when you got going that around, you don't have to heavily rely on one player. Although when it comes down to the playoffs, you're going to need somebody to be that guy. So we're still waiting to see if Paolo is that guy. But what I've seen thus far is his offensive game is solid.
He got the offense. He got it.
I don't think it's rushed or anything. It's polished. So he's doing what he has to do in the standpoint of winning basketball. I think they want the concept of winning basketball, not let me go after my stats. Let me get these 25 and let me try to lead this. Let me try to carry
don't try
this
to
team.
like stat pad. They try to win games.
They try to win games
100%.
as a team. It's not more so like a one-man show. And I think
100%.
that weighs more than just, feel me, just like, oh, Paolo's averaging 25 and we're on a 6-game winning streak. I think if it's a team effort, it definitely weighs more. And like, now eventually other teams are going to have the scatter report like, oh, we have to play a certain way with this team because it's not one-man show. So that, I'm like, feel me, they have a chance, like, 7.
It's hard to defend.
Yeah, 7 seed is what I'm going for. They capitalize on the playoff. I'm in a play-in win, and then they just take it from there, and they just steadily continue to build what they got going on over there.
All right, so will the Magic make the playoffs this year? I'm gonna say yes, but at least the play-in. And I think if they make the play-in, then they definitely will advance. At this, it's sort of like the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think they have a great young core led by Pablo, Franz, and Cole Anthony. They're doing their thing so far. It's still early in the season, like Reem alluded to, but right now they are playing well. But I just need to see, will they make it through the dog days of the season? When we get to that sort of like mid-December, just all the way up
right
to
before All-Star break.
Right, that's where some teams take their foot off the gas pedal. You're not really playing for anything. They call it the dog days. Are they going to be able to make it through that? That's something to watch for. And sort of what, this is why I asked Reem the question, is Pablo the dude that can, elevate them to that top tier playoff level? I think the jury is still out on him. You already said all the stats, 19, 6, and 4. He's shooting, he's shooting well from the field, 44% from the 3-point line. So that's great right there. But is he that dude? Because sort of to Jalen's point, I haven't really seen a game this season to where he really, like, at the end of the night, everybody was talking about him. I just haven't seen it. I just don't know if he's that type of player. I guess only time will tell. But Seb, you brought up a great point. Only giving up 106.8 points a game. That's, they're the best in the NBA with their defensive rating. As a young team, they got the young bodies, the fresh legs. They got people chasing each other off screens and everything with that nature. They're a great defensive team. Now, the problem is their offense. Only 20th in the NBA. They're not putting up a whole bunch of points, and you're gonna have to score in today's NBA. Like, we're seeing teams like the Indiana Pacers scoring 500 points. Like, so you're gonna have to try to muster up some points. I'm not sure where they're gonna come from because their bench is a little suspect to me.
I think they died down. Truthfully, I think they died down.
But well, I don't think they'll finish as a top 3, top 4 seed because you still got the Celtics, you got the Bucks, the 76ers, and the Heat. I think those will be the top 4 teams once everything is all said and done.
I agree.
Then you go to the other half. You got the Knicks, even though I hate
Pacers.
to write them down. I don't have the Pacers. The Knicks.
You don't got the Pacers?
No. The Cavs.
Wait, what?
You
don't believe?
No. The Hawks and the Magic. That's the 8 I have right there. I just don't know if Indiana plays good enough defense. Like, they're great offensively. It's just, and shout out to Rick Carlisle, because I feel like he used to be more of a defensive-minded coach, but has kind of adapted to today's NBA. So he's just letting them go out there and damn near have fun. But like, I
don't
just
think the
don't
offense could take them a long way to at least.
It could, bro. You need to score.
No.
Think about it. Look at it last year.
Bro, Indiana
their offensive rating is somewhat equivalent to what Sacramento had last
on the
year.
highlight every night. Every time they play, there's a highlight. That's all I know.
Tyrese Halliburton's having them seasons.
He's
too.
having that one of those
He's having
seasons.
them
Yeah.
seasons.
He's great. Like, but I'm just not. I don't watch and I'm like, oh, he's about to take them to the NBA Finals. Like, he's cool.
We don't got to talk about
Come on,
NBA.
yo,
Yeah,
NBA's
yeah.
fine.
We can talk about playoffs. The playoffs is up for grabs
Playoffs
too.
is up for grabs. in the
And
East.
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Like,
So who'd you have over
He has
them?
the Magic,
I
basically.
just named the 8 teams,
Oh
bro.
my god, you have Atlanta over them.
Celtics,
That's the team I have over the Magic, for sure.
76ers, Heat, Knicks, Cavs, Hawks, Magic. Like,
Hawks is up in the air. Let's be real.
But you know Trae Young is going to be there. Trae Young is going to be there.
Is Indiana just way like a
No,
whole
but
bunch
I'm
better
saying
than them?
they're
Like,
in a tier like that too. Like, feel me? They're not that separate. They're not that far from each other right now.
I trust Trae Young to get into the playoffs.
I do too.
Over
Yeah.
Tyrese
But I
Halliburton
trust-
because I've seen him do it.
I'm just saying, bro. When
Have
look
you
at it
seen
Right,
Tyrese Halliburton do that yet?
bro, this is the second year.
And have you seen it?
You're
No,
gonna see
but
it this
I'm
All
year.
right, I've seen Trae Young do it.
You're going to see it this year over the Magic for sure.
Over the no.
What?
over the Hawks.
We can bet money right now that and this will be on camera, that the Orlando Magic will make the playoffs over Indiana.
Oh, man. I'll take that bet.
How much you want to put up?
Whatever you want.
50?
Yeah, we do 50. Yeah.
Let me just
Shake on
check.
it. Shake on camera.
I just want to make sure we get that all settled up. Anybody else want to put you put it in the pot?
telling you.
All right. I'm just making sure. But back to the Orlando Magic. Yes, they are off to that great start. All of us feel that they are at least a play-in team. We're just gonna have to wait as the season unwinds more and more to see if they will make the final 8. Moving back now to the Western Conference, a team that was damn near horrible last year, and now they're looking like a playoff threat. I damn near say that is the Houston Rockets. I believe they're on a 6-game winning streak right now. I'm bugging.
They lost.
Or are they the 6th seed?
They lost last week to the Clippers.
Yeah, they lost last week to the Clippers as well. They had like
That brought
one
them
or
that-
two. We had 1 or 2 losses, but they just beat the Nuggets last night though.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
tough win. That was a tough win.
Okay, so my
I'll
fault.
take
They
it
are
out,
not
man.
on the win streak, but they are still off to one of the hottest starts in the NBA, led by Coach Ime Udoka. I want to start with Jalen. What's been the change within the Houston Rockets organization?
Oh, I just feel like more so with Ime Udoka, I feel like he just established roles on the team. I really feel like prior to like maybe with last year, I feel like it was just more so a symbol of talent, and I really feel like the coach like Steven Silas didn't really know how to coach them specifically. I really feel like he just let them showcase their talent and kind of try to assess it from there. But I really feel like Ime Udoka kind of has everything set in stone. Like we want Fred VanVleet to facilitate our offense, and then he's gonna be more so like a second option to Alperen Sengun, and then I really just feel like everything just more so organized and more so like everybody's getting a chance to showcase like what they're capable of. It kind of fits into everybody's strengths. I really feel like prior to last year, I didn't really feel like there was too many people capable of like contributing to like W's or anything. I really feel like Jabari Smith kind of had like a little bit of a struggle last year, but kind of now he's kind of picking up a little bit more. I'm not saying he's as impressive, but you could say you could kind of tell he's a little bit better, kind of finding his place on the floor a little bit more better
shooting the
this
ball
season.
well, too.
And even the addition of Dylan Brooks, as much as people wanted to, like criticize him or, make like little fun of him on the Grizzlies, he's been very beneficial for the Rockets. Been the best shooter on the team. Been shooting like at least like 40% from that 3-point line. So and you kind of see like the effect that he had, knowing that the Grizzlies is kind of having on a losing streak and kind of been struggling. Him being on the Rockets and them having success goes to show you how valuable he is to not a contending team, but a team that's trying to make some noise in the playoffs. So I just feel like roles have just been established for everybody, and it's just an easier transition when you have a head coach that knows what he wants to do every night and has the players to do whatever he wants.
Right, Reem.
It's clear as day. It's coaching. They got better because they have a better coach. This coach knows what he's doing. I keep tweaking, but
Yeah, bro, you
what I'm
good,
saying.
you good.
But yeah, like with guys like Fred VanVleet running the point, it gives Jalen Green the opportunity to get involved more. With him running the point. Who else? You got Jabari Smith, as Jalen said, he's playing better. He's shooting the ball, but way better too. And then you got the dog, Dylan Brooks. He wants to guard the best player every night. Doesn't matter who it is, he wants to guard them every night. So you have to give him that respect. So yeah, I feel like it's really coaching though. They have the right guys in the right places, making the right plays.
All right, I agree. Seb.
When I thought about this, I had a few things. I wouldn't just mostly say like just coaching because we know like the type of coach Ime Udoka is. Somebody that first year as his job on the Celtics head coach, he definitely took that team to the finals. Definitely had one of the best. Had the Celtics playing the best defense. This is the best team in general, like thus far that we've seen in this past decade for the Celtics team. I definitely want to shout out for that. But when I look at it, just the culture change that he brought to this, as well as the vets that they signed too. When we think about it, everybody was questioning like, why would they give Fred VanVleet that bag? Why would they give Dylan Brooks that bag? They thought Dylan Brooks was out the league. They was like, oh, Memphis don't want him no more. He's done for. Another team wants him. But when you look at it, the little stuff is really what matters in the league, and nobody really talks about it. If you're not dropping 30 or you're not shooting the lights out, you're not doing all these fancy highlight shits, everybody's gonna clown you. When you're actually talking shit and you're like actually being a dog, they want to clown him. Everybody was clowning him in that whole LeBron series. But LeBron respects a guy that's not gonna back down. And that's somebody that's Dylan Brooks. That's his whole identity, somebody not to back down. So now you add that to a young roster, and now you see, oh shit, he's like that. That's really gonna give you a battery on your back too. So when you look at it, those two main vets guys really, definitely did a shift turn because guys like Jalen Green, now he don't go worry about, oh, do I have to be a point guard? When do I distribute the ball, or when do I try to go off?
Because he's a scorer.
Yeah, and you see it right now.
He's a dog. He's a scorer. He doesn't look to pass the ball.
Yeah, he don't need to pass too.
He don't need to.
Yeah. So now you got that, and you got an NBA championship caliber player in Fred VanVleet, somebody that's been to the finals, that know the dog days of the NBA season, that knows what it gets like from winning, just, how we take it 10 games at a time. Let's evaluate ourselves in a 10-game stretch and then just keep moving forward like that. That's really something that you did have in past years with the Steven Silas's time, with the KPJs and just all the young guys, just shit like that. So when you look at it, that and as well as the development of the younger guys too. So Şengün too, I guess he's not really he's getting compared to like a baby Jokic and shit like that.
He outplayed Jokic last night.
I forgot to speak about that kid. He is very tough.
Yeah, he's very skilled.
He's looking like a baby Jokic, literally.
Very skilled.
Very skilled. He's only 21.
21, averaging like 20 and 8 too. So you have the offense there. You put the ball primarily in his hand, and now the whole floor opens up like what we seen in Denver. Once you have a big man that can really facilitate the offense, it really like spreads the whole fucking floor. That shit is crazy. Then Jabari Smith, just somebody that we seen look shaky. We seen his summer league highlights. We're thinking like, oh, he's ready. But he's embraced the role of just, let me play like this defense. Like I definitely see him taking like a huge leap defensively as well. I feel like the whole team is more defensive oriented than what we've seen in past years. And just overall, I feel like those really two things is just really the vest that they signed in the offseason, and just the coach of Ime Udoka really just give this franchise like a whole 360. Now we're looking like, are they going to make the playoffs now? And even if like they have a chance of making a playing team, and they could probably give a team like, not saying, make it out the first round, but give a team a little bit of trouble, might pick up a sneaky 2 wins or force a team to 7. So now we're looking at the Houston Rockets as not a laughingstock franchise, how it was before Harden left. Now we're looking at it. Now it's like, all right, these guys are like, they're building something.
They're playing over there.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sub, for reading off my paper, because you just just took everything I was about to say. But y'all all hit it right on the nose. I'll just start off with Ime Udoka. He's my coach of the year thus far, because just what Houston was last year turning into what they've become this season, it's just been night and day. They went from a terrible defensive team last year to one of the best this year. Last year, they were the worst team defending the three-point shot in the entire NBA. Now they are the second best at guarding the three-point shot. Reem talked about it, the resurrection of Dylan Brooks. Before this season, the last time we seen him, I remember he was walking to his car and all the LA fans are chanting the song, hey, 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 goodbye. And, he was just smiling like, I know the bet I made. I had to lay in it. I poked the bear.
He poked
I
the wrong bear.
the goat bear, and it just didn't work in his favor. But he has come into this season and has just wiped his whole memory chip just empty. And 13.4 points, 3.8 rebounds, 1.9 assists, about to steal a game. You're going to think, well, that's not nothing crazy. But what Jalen talked about is the efficiency. Shooting 47% from the field and 46% from the three.
I didn't even know that.
And that's not even top 10 in the NBA. What is actually crazy to me? He's actually 11th. So
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He just
That's amazing.
He just missed it, but I forgot which game I was watching the other day. It might have been against the Lakers, and he could have missed from 3. I think he went like 4 for 5 or something like that.
And that was a close game. When they played the Lakers the first time, they spanked the Lakers.
No, I'm talking about the second one.
time.
And then had a chance to win.
You see what they had to do to win.
Yeah.
You feel me? That wasn't an
Yeah,
easy game.
He went
for
up against
and them.
LeBron too. He played tough too. I guess LeBron had like what,
that
38?
was the best.
Yeah, like 24.
That was the best Dylan Brooks performance I've seen against LeBron.
I hate that Memphis gave him up. I hate it.
Like
You see what they're going through right now.
Yeah.
They really
Well, but hold on.
Well, you can't-
Hold on. Let me address that. That's because of John Morant. If John Morant, they wouldn't be this bad. Now, I get that it looks good because Dylan Brooks is playing good and Houston's good and they're not. If John Morant's on this team, they're top 6 seed right now.
Yeah.
But
We're
even
not-
when Ja was out the lineup, they were winning a whole
they
bunch
was-
they
of
won
games.
more games without Ja.
Yeah.
Like,
And,
yeah.
Okay, and I'm talking about this season, Ja was playing. They would not be. What are they? 11?
They're 11. They're
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
That's
But
what
if
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying if they
They
had
would be
Dylan
top
Brooks,
8.
they
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
be
I'm
bottom
saying
11.
though, you don't think
And
somebody
you
that's
think
been
because
there.
it was Dylan Brooks, they would
I'm saying- no,
No,
I'm
you
just
have
saying-
somebody that's
I'm
been
just
there
saying-
though. Dylan Brooks was there before John
I
Morant.
understand that. Even listen, I'm giving him his flowers. He brings that type of swag, and he's saying that's what they're missing right now.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't think they would still be a top 8 team
So
right
you
now.
think
But
that
I wouldn't-
Ja Morant?
I'm saying, but I'm saying-
that's your
Yeah,
man.
that's my guy.
like-
Yeah.
But I'm saying they wouldn't be a bottom 11 team
They wouldn't.
Yeah.
if they had
And they
Dylan
wouldn't be
Brooks.
top 8. So would they be 9?
Nah, they would be in
They'll
the top.
be way better.
They'll be
like
way better. That's
they'll
what
be
I'm
like
saying.
6-7. They'll be like 6-7.
I don't
They'll
know.
be way better
Because
than-
hold on, we can't say that and then not talk
Bro,
about
you
coaching
gotta-
now because Udoka's coaching him, not Taylor Jenkins right now.
But you gotta
So
remember-
we-
Taylor Jenkins had him.
So hold on,
Yeah.
we don't know if Udoka has unlocked a version of Dylan Brooks we've never seen because he hasn't shot this well previously.
But Taylor Jenkins was winning games with Dylan Brooks when Ja Morant was out the lineup. Like when Ja Morant was out the
They
lineup.
also had Tyus Jones running point, playing one of the best off the backup point guard position.
have a point
Is
there,
that
yeah.
not that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
have a point.
I'm
Yeah.
the word
That's
now.
a fact.
So
That's a
hold
fact.
on.
But there's-
Dylan Brooks is playing well. And if he was on the Grizzlies, would they be 11, 12, 13, whatever the hell they are?
Yes, they still
Maybe
would be.
not. But I don't think they will be top 6, top 7
But they
still.
wouldn't. What we're
Because
saying
of
is they
Ja.
wouldn't be.
You gotta remember
bad,
they're
though.
missing 28 to 30 points a night with
All
Ja
right, I
being
think-
gone.
Yeah.
But once
And you have
again,
Desmond Bain. He averages like 25.
Exactly.
but once again, we have to look back. Tyus Jones.
I know, but
Yeah.
when your best defender,
think that was more of a factor than
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks.
He had the
That's
best
my
assist-
opinion.
but when
Assistant
Desmond
turnover-
Bain, when
turnover
Desmond
ratio.
Bain is
He
guarding
was
your
one of
best
the
guy
best
is a
backup
problem.
point
That's a
guards.
problem.
Bro, yeah,
He
that's what
has
I'm
arms
saying.
like a
Yeah,
dinosaur,
like you
gang.
got Desmond Bain out there
He's
trying
like
to
that.
guard
Like,
people.
Come on, bro.
Like,
I'm
come
just
on,
saying,
bro.
Feel me? You saying Tyus Jones, but Dylan Brooks took the.
Yeah.
took
Nah,
the,
but Tyus Jones is a very good backup
So
point
now,
guard.
hold on, Jay. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because we spoke about the Memphis Grizzlies before the season started.
Yeah.
And you knew Dylan Brooks was not on the team. And you still said to me that they would be a good team.
Yeah, because injuries, bro. Derrick Rose got injured. It was like a lot of
No, Derrick
a lot of people
Rose.
got
He just
injured.
had a good game the other night.
Yeah, but
he, had like
he just
21.
came back. Everybody
He
got
had
they
like
dealing
17,
with a lot of
17,
injuries,
yeah.
bro.
He shot 8 for 9
But
that
so
night.
now
too.
Then
the
Steven
injuries-
Adams got
So
injured.
now it's the
Yeah,
injuries.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
about
I mean,
Dylan
I
Brooks.
think
Steven Adams
Yeah.
too.
I think it's Steven Adams and Ja Morant not being. When Ja Morant
If
comes
you want
back,
to say that, then I'll say that. But we're not gonna sit here because once again,
Dylan
he's
Brooks
averaging
bring-
13. He's not averaging 25 on Houston right now. And we got to give credit to Ime Udoka, who has unlocked a version of him I've never seen. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it's
And
13
Tyus
points a game. Like, it's
I
not-
know the disrespect to
it's not,
Tyus
like,
Jones,
crazy.
who last year when Ja was out had to play the primary
carried.
point guard
He carried.
position
Nah, I
and
see-
was cooking. What are
He
you
carried.
talking
Nah,
about?
I'm not
now?
disrespecting. Nobody
Yeah.
disrespecting.
Well, you
Yeah.
weren't gonna bring him up. You talking about
Nah, that's a big loss.
But I'm
That's
just
a big
saying-
loss to
I
the
said-
Grizzlies.
Come on,
Dylan
man.
Brooks
All
is a
right,
big
nah, shout out
loss.
to Tyus Jones though. I see what he
I
did.
don't
I
think
definitely
Dylan
see
Brooks
what
is
he
a,
did.
bro.
But
as
what
big
I'm
as a
saying
loss
is
as
somebody
Tyus
that's
Jones,
it.
though.
Tyus Jones had off the bench, being that backup point guard, the best plus minus of any backup point guard
Yeah.
in the
Nah,
NBA.
that's true,
last
that's
He
true,
year.
did. He
true.
did.
Yeah.
He led the league in
So
assist
when
to
Ja
turnover
was
ratio.
out, that was the primary ball handler carrying. Now Dylan Brooks was still playing defense, dancing before the game, and all that.
Yeah.
We all understand all that, but I think Tyus Jones played a bigger factor.
I do
Well,
think. I agree with you. I
if
agree
we're
with
really
you.
looking
Like, when
at
we
it
talk
right
about
now.
like you talking about factor offensively, we're talking about heart and soul. of
Heart
the
and
team.
soul, though,
Yeah.
they lost Dylan Brooks.
That's like
I
saying
can say
that's
that.
like saying you take
All right.
Draymond Green out of Golden
All
State.
right. All right.
You
All
lose your heart and soul.
Yeah.
That like feel me. It's not. It don't hit the same. That's what I'm saying though. So feel me. We're not
But
saying
when it
they're
comes
gonna
to
become-
performing, they
Yeah.
lost Tyus Jones. That's a big factor.
Yeah.
That's a big factor.
All right. So, did we all speak about the Rockets? We got
Yeah.
a little off track. All right, my fault. Wait, no, actually, I just wanted to bring up one more point. I think you kind of talked about just the vets they added to this team. The shout out to like you've already brought up Fred VanVleet, but someone like Jeff Green, Boban Marjanovic, veterans that have taught some of these young players how to be professionals, and I think that's very important because the team that we're gonna talk about next segment has absolutely no vets, and I think
That's why they're suffering.
why some of their star players.
I can't wait to talk about that one.
We're gonna get into that. So just once again, shout out Jeff Green, Boban Marjanovic,
Jeff Green.
Fred VanVleet, a champion who has that type of pedigree. These young players, when they come inside the NBA, they need these veteran people in the locker room, in the air. Hey, young fella, you gotta move like this. I see what you're doing in practice, but
You sound like a vet.
Listen, hey, young fella. Look at Justin mad old.
Yeah.
Yo, my fault.
Nigga watching too much KG.
Yeah.
Nigga is old. Nigga say, hey, young fella.
Hey, young fella, I see what you do. Yo.
Nah, but he's right, though. He's right.
Yeah, that's what's needed.
Every young team needs that veteran leader in that locker room, being that voice in their ear. That's why I feel like Ja was missing last year, too, back to the Grizzlies. So.
Right. Okay, so shout out to Houston. Y'all off to a great start. Ime Udoka, my coach of the year thus far. Keep doing your thing. But for the last segment, we have two teams in the Eastern Conference that are just god-awful. And I didn't expect either of them to be this bad. And we're talking about the Detroit Pistons and the Washington Wizards. And it's a simple question. I'll start with Seb. Which team's start to the season has been more disappointing? Is it the Wizards or is it the Detroit Pistons?
Fucking Detroit Pistons.
You think
bro.
the Detroit Pistons?
Yes, bro. They have the talent, bro.
They have a lot of
They have
talent.
fucking
over there.
talent. Cade Cunningham, bro.
You gotta remember,
know.
they're still young, though.
But still,
They got a lot
Cade
to play
Cunningham
together.
definitely looks like he's somebody that could be effective in this league for like years to come. And his game is translating like this.
He's
You see
alright.
in his stats. A guy like Jalen Duren, a big man that's really a solid like double every night. When I look at it too, oh fuck, just those two alone, I feel like those can at least, win you a couple games
Don't
too. You
forget
got guys like Isaiah Stewart, like a Rough Rider too.
Don't forget about the twin.
What? Oh, sorry. I fuck with him. He's defensive oriented. Like, you feel me? You have a lot of guys that can play defense, but at the same time, something is not clicking with them. I don't know
That's
if
what
it's
I'm
just
saying.
too
They're not it's too young.
It's just too
they're all
disappointing
over
for
the
me
place.
because
But do you
like
think it's is their coach though?
Monty Williams now.
Monty Williams.
And that's somebody.
it's
I feel-
Monty now.
Yeah,
Damn,
that's
I
what I'm
forgot.
saying. I don't know. Like,
It's not. They just can't. They don't have the pieces to close out games.
That's what I'm saying. And now you have a
And Cade
problem.
needs to step up and be that piece.
But he can't. He really has
He's
two
not.
backup
I
shitty
watched him
guys.
from back in college. You know how I fuck with college.
You have
I've watched
Killian
him back
Hayes
in
starting
college.
next to him. Killian Hayes has not gotten better since he's been in the league. Like, I think this is his last stint. Like, no hate to Killian Hayes whatsoever, but he's just been awful, man. Then you have a guy like Jaden Ivey off the bench. He don't even fit well on the starting line too. That's why I see
They took him right out.
he doesn't fit with Cade because he doesn't space it. He's more like somebody. He
needs
needs the ball in his hand
hand.
to
He
get
needs it,
effective
yeah.
too.
He's effective
The
only
only
with
person
the
I
ball
can
in
see
his
that's probably been at least somewhat solid is the rookie. What's his Marcus Sears?
Marcus
Sassy.
Sassy, from Houston.
My fault, yeah.
From Houston.
So yeah, he's the only one I feel like that has some type of offensive game. Now you probably got a guy like Alec Burke off the bench. Another
That's a
person
veteran. That's a veteran, but he don't got a voice.
Yeah, he don't got a voice. He
got a
just goes
voice.
like, probably, oh, guys do this,
Yeah,
like
he
shit
just,
like that.
he just horses around.
Then you have a bunch of big mans. You don't even know what you want to use. Like, feel me? You got Bagley off the bench. Like, we thought Bagley was going to be somewhat better since that trade.
I think Bagley's a starter.
See, we don't even. You have too much bigs too. That's too much problems. Then you have who else? James Wiseman has just fell off the face of the fucking NBA.
He needs to get out
I
of
don't
here.
even know where the hell he's been at all. He fell off
We
the face of the
gotta-
NBA.
we
The
gotta-
Warriors, I don't like. Y'all baited. Y'all had LaMelo for the second pick. Y'all didn't take him. Y'all took a nigga that's damn near out the league now. He just stole a ring from the Golden State Warriors and he's out the league
yeah,
now.
he literally stole that
robbed
ring
them.
and ran with
He
it,
robbed
bro.
them. I don't know if the fans telling y'all that should drafted a big man that he's a transitional big man.
Thing
but
is though, he came in looking alright. That's the funny
They
part.
needed a big though. You have Steph
had
and Clay.
Looney.
It made no sense to draft
My
another
son,
ball. We
he
know
gets
what
down
is
9
now,
times to get back up
but
10.
it made no sense back then, Seb. You know that you wouldn't have taken LaMelo at 2 either.
You wouldn't. Why would you take
Because
LaMelo
James
behind
Wiseman
Steph and
did play well in college.
He played
the
10
the
games.
5-10 games.
And he like 5 to 10 games and got caught up in some
But
shit.
you're not putting LaMelo behind Steph. LaMelo's a starter wherever he goes.
Well, look what LaMelo's doing now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
We didn't know this though. So
But
they
we no,
needed
we
a
knew
big.
this.
know
We
this.
knew
They
this.
needed a big.
We know
knew
wait,
this.
hold on.
We
Everybody
knew
know
LaMelo was gonna come
capable
here
of.
and do. We all knew that.
Hold on.
Don't do that.
Hold on, Reem. I have a hold on.
What? Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Because we can have story time.
Go ahead.
And I can expose what you said before about
What?
LaMelo Ball. Hold on. Let me take
If it
off
was it the LaMelo Ball and Cole Anthony argument?
Hold on. This was a very long time ago. I don't know if you remember.
I probably don't remember
Story
it.
time with Justin.
Hold
I
on.
probably don't
Camera
remember
time,
it.
story time.
It's story time.
Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
was
Refresh
me.
my memory.
We was driving from somewhere. It was me, I think maybe Jock in the car, Seb, and you. This is when LaMelo was like still in high school type. Like,
Oh yeah, I probably bashed him in high school. Yeah. Nah, yeah, I bashed him in high
You
school.
were saying that
I
our
bashed him in
friend
high school.
Jalen Burgess was better than him. You said that.
There's
that's
no
a
way
fact.
there's no way I
On my
said that.
dad's grave, you
There's
did.
no way I
On
said
my
that.
dad's grave, you did. I swear to God, you did.
I did?
We had the argument. I'm like,
saw
bro,
Jalen
it's
nice, though.
LaMelo Ball. You're like, no, bro. Jalen's more polished right now, bro. What are you talking about? I'm like, bro, it's LaMelo Ball.
That was
bro.
high school too. That was high, yeah, for sure.
okay,
You know, yeah, I probably did. I probably did.
All right, so
I probably did.
don't
'Cause I didn't see
don't-
him. I saw LaMelo bloom once he got overseas. When he went
All right,
overseas, that's
all
when I'm
right.
like, all right, this kid is gonna be a problem.
Because I remember high school, him pointing at the half court line.
Yeah,
like, come
but
guard
from
right
him
here
there,
and shooting.
but from him there, I didn't think he would have been this far. Like this,
All right.
I wouldn't think that. No.
I just want to say, don't start yelling at me and all of that. 'cause
I thought you were
I'm
gonna talk
the one
about-
that Ben was talking about LaMelo Ball.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna talk about-
shout out Jalen overseas. You doing your thing, all that.
Yeah, that's my boy.
All right. That's
But I
cool.
thought you were gonna bring up the Cole Anthony and LaMelo. Cause I was back in LaMelo.
Oh no, not
Who
that,
was
not
the
that,
argument?
not
Seb,
that.
you was there. He was arguing about LaMelo and Cole
No,
Anthony.
no, it was LaMelo and
Nah,
Anthony
nah.
Edwards.
No.
Nah, at a
There was
point,
one
yeah.
was Cole
It
and
was
LaMelo.
cool, yeah. Yeah, my son knows. So I'm gonna have you up here real soon,
Yeah.
no? So you bugged for that.
I
Who
think
else?
Nosa said
Yeah, dude.
Cole Anthony is better than LaMelo. I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't.
Nah, but yeah, we sidetracked a little bit. But
Nah,
just
word.
overall, just what I seen from the Pistons thus far is like you have the talent, but you have to make so much movement. That's why we talking about the vets right now. It makes sense that they need to make a move for a vet. Like it don't even have to be no TKO name or just somebody that's coming averaging 20. Just somebody that a locker room presence, somebody that knows they role, can point guys to where they have to be at. Because right now what we're seeing is a team that has all the talent, but just can't translate it into wins. And it's been like way since the trade deadline too. They said they only won 5 games since the trade deadline last year. So yeah. That's a lot of losses,
That's a
man.
lot of
That's
losses,
a lot of
yeah.
losses, and it's only gonna keep piling up too. So I don't know who you can even blame right now.
You have to blame the coach. Gotta be. He's not
Monty
doing
Williams
something.
has just been
No,
established.
but hold on. Remember the point. You paid him a
lot of money to
Yeah.
come coach those young guys.
What is that? The biggest contract coach in history, bro?
Wait, how much you got paid?
It was like
Some shit.
it was high. Though. I can't remember the exact. I don't want to watch nobody pockets, but it was a high number, bro.
Shoot, bro.
They gave him
So,
everything to coach that damn team.
If he gonna give all that to coach that team, that means now it's up to the front office to move a lot of
Yep.
pieces around now.
Yeah.
Because if he has a system that he wants to implement, guys just can't do the system. Like guys like Killian
Yeah,
Hayes
Jaden
can't
Ivey
do
has to go.
Jaden Ivey, like Marvin Bagley, like
I think Marvin Bagley can stay, but he might go though. They might ship him. They might ship him.
Then again, too, you have like Isaiah Stewart at the 4, forcing him to take these 3-pointers. He's not an effective 3-point shooter
At all.
Like so, like you have what you want to run. You just don't have the right pieces for it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of trades are going to have to go down just for them to even look like what they relatively have to be, which is at least maybe a solid team, like sitting around at least. Probably like a 9th or 10th seed, or just trying to build something. Right now, you're not building shit. Right now, you're just like
They're not.
stacking up losses. You're wet, like you're shit in the bed.
They're
Basically,
like 2-13 or some shit, right?
But you only won 2 games. We're in a
Yeah.
15
But
games.
let me
within
ask
the
you this:
season.
what veteran piece would you bring there?
Bro. Literally anybody that's been in the league for at least 5 to 10 plus years. That at least I don't know, no solid vets out there, but just guys like feel me, like
'Cause no
even
one
what
wants
the
to-
Houston Rockets is, they
because
just got
no one-
Jeff Green.
Nobody wants to go to Detroit.
They don't too, and that's the thing.
I
But
see
you
my
got to
boy-
give
hold
it.
on. I see my boy Jamal Crawford say he could still play.
Jamal Crawford's
I'm
done.
sorry, bro.
I'm just saying.
I'm
He's a-
sorry, bro. Like
Oh,
respect to Jamal Crawford,
right.
but
No disrespect to Jamal Crawford.
yeah,
no
but-
disrespect.
Jamal Crawford is better than some of the NBA players in the NBA right now.
yes,
Yes.
he could put up
No,
15.
I'm
I'm
he's
not
not
saying
playing every night. That's
I'm
gonna.
not asking.
yeah.
Y'all said what vet to bring into the locker room, teach the young guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he gonna start.
Yeah, he could be part of a staff, but I'm not
Yeah,
suiting up
staff,
Jamal
yeah.
Crawford.
Yeah,
in the
he's gonna
Detroit
get injured,
Pistons.
bro.
So
Yeah.
he could go fucking.
old man.
Keep him on the bench.
So
as
he
a
could go
voice,
5
bro.
and fucking 30 after that,
Bro,
But
if
what
you
I'm saying,
look-
but like for guys like you really want to talk about, like guys like DeMarcus Cousins probably could come in there as the league. Like
Now you want to bring DeMar? Yo,
I'm
shut
just
the
saying-
fuck up,
nah,
son.
I'm just saying, you wanna talk about
Now
vets.
we bringing in DeMarcus Cousins. Anytime I brought him up, he's washed, bro.
I think he's washed, bro.
I don't think he's washed.
Something
You
gotta
was there,
give,
Jalen.
dude.
I don't
You're
think he's washed. I think he just
like-
needs an opportunity
Thank
to
you.
prove
You said on
himself.
camera, said, I'm not bringing in him. Oh, him and Dwight. No, they're
I'm just
washed.
saying,
him on the
no,
Rock-
they're
no,
saying
no,
no.
not the
They're
Rockets.
saying, but what we talked
on,
about
bro.
back then, we was just saying like, oh, they belong on the team. They don't. for a reason. What I'm saying is guys are not interested in I'm saying the management is not interested in bringing in old players, but what we're talking about is vets. Do they need vets? Yes, I said DeMarcus Cousins could still play, but is he going to play defense like that? Are they going to utilize him like that?
You don't know.
That was my point.
But
I
you
think he
don't bring
would.
DeMarcus Cousins in to play defense. If you're talking about
But if you're gonna give him, like,
that could
15
be in
minutes
the
a game.
locker room, if you want, you don't hold on. Do you want a player to play or to teach the young people how to be professional? What are you saying?
Or to teach them to be professional, but we're talking about a guy like DeMarcus Cousins coming in the game. What I'm talking about, you're not gonna have teams are not gonna have DeMarcus Cousins just
he's
to
saying
coach
like his
these young
arguments
guys.
was
Yeah.
specific for the Suns. Like you don't want DeMarcus Cousins on the Suns, you rather him on the Pistons.
Nah, definitely.
That's what he's saying. I think he's
Like,
trying to-
feel me? You need to you got to put them
I
on
get-
like the
I get
coaching
that.
staff or something.
Yeah.
He'll
like
just clog up the Suns.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got
you
to
don't
be
need
like
him on a contending
need
team.
him.
you got to have former players in these players' ears. You don't bring them in like necessarily to be on the bench unless they can still contribute, but on a coaching staff to where they see the game from a different aspect and they can like really like relay and give you feedback. That's what they need because
I disagree, but you can go ahead. I just disagree with what you're saying. Like,
Why?
So-
Why do you disagree though?
because DeMarcus Cousins could still play in today's NBA, just sign him to the motherfucking team. What are you talking about all this?
Is it gonna translate
you
to
got,
wins,
You
though?
got play. They're not winning anyway, except they won 2 games. They're not winning.
So why
period.
sign a vet?
Because to
be that
help
voice.
the younger, that's where I'm coming from. Not playing because they're not going to give him
I
that
think Seb's
opportunity.
saying that he
there.
could do both,
I'm
though.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm thinking. I think Seb is saying he could come in and play and be that voice.
but if he plays though, it's not trend. That's what I'm saying. That's why
He can
teams
still
are not.
hoop. Don't please.
No,
don't take
I
that
know
away
he can.
from
No, I
DeMarcus
know he can still
Cousins.
hoop. I literally called it out last time that we had this argument
yeah, that's
that
just-
when Jokic went out, he had 30, like it was nothing. But what I'm saying is though, like, feel me, you don't want DeMarcus Cousins there just to like talk to the players. They're not relying on somebody that had like a bad history in the league to go and speak to these players. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Will front management allow him to do that? No, because they rather go younger. They rather have younger guys, unless it's a.
politics behind the scenes. You want-
That's what I'm saying. I'm not making these
politics,
calls though. That's
bro.
what I'm saying. I'm not making these calls. It's what these
on.
front offices doing nowadays, and now it's backfiring for these younger teams that have all these young players and nobody to fucking
So
mold
I'm
them.
trying to give a solution.
DeMarcus Cousins is not a solution for these teams though. That's what I'm saying
I'm
though.
saying for
They're
a
losing
vet
anyway.
in the locker room. They're losing anyway. What do you have to lose now? What negative effect?
I see where both of y'all are coming
Money.
from.
is gonna be
I see where
from
both of
this
y'all are
point?
coming from. No, I see where both of y'all are coming from though.
No, I see where Seb is coming from, and I see where I'm coming from, and I think I'm right. Like,
I don't know, bro. Listen, I don't even care who's right, but it's at the same time it's literally just a front office thing, bro. They won't take a chance on somebody that's been there, like a guy like.
Don't even say his name. Don't even say his name, bro.
Dwight Howard. No, like I don't know that.
Nobody want to play with that.
Nah.
Yeah, nobody wants to
Yeah.
play with that guy, bro.
You might not want to play with him, but half of y'all teams need him. Golden State, hello, I'm talking to you. You actually needed him. I'm just saying.
Nah, they could.
Like, now, do you
Kevin
need him
Looney's
in the
doing good,
locker
though.
room with y'all? I don't know about that. But you need him out there on the floor though. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, bro, use a
saying.
separate locker room.
Yeah.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, he needs a separate locker room for sure.
Lord Jesus. All right, hold on. Jalen, can you go? Which team to start to see that's been more disappointing? Pistons, Wizards.
No, I agree with Seb. I definitely think it's the Pistons just because of just going into the season. Like they didn't have Kate Cunningham the whole season last year. You would expect them to be at least better now, but it just seems like they're the same old team. And I just feel like specifically it's just because they just don't have offense. No one outside of Kate Cunningham can reliably get me 20 points a night. Period, or even like do anything. So I really feel like you have a Sarah Thompson rebounding assistant, but that's kind of problematic because that's what you need your centers to do, and you have like Jalen Duren and everything, but you need somebody to score the ball, and that's why I feel like Marcus Sasser has so much success because he's the only one that can actually like I don't need to play ran for me. I could just score the ball. Like I could just shoot at. I could just shoot. Like I could get my buckets easier than anybody else on this court. So I just really feel like it's just a matter of offense. When like you have like Monty Williams, he's used to dealing with a Chris Paul, a Devin Booker, offensively gifted talents. Like there's no one offensively gifted on this team for him to really, all right, like I could, pass on knowledge to you and help you see the game in this way. So it's really only Cade and like Cade has so much responsibility of covering everything else that, it's just, it's no real fit for anybody. So that's why I feel.
Is Jaden? Hold on, I'm gonna let you go. So Jaden Ivey's not the guy. Because we gotta remember this was a top 5 draft pick.
Yeah, he was number
4,
yeah.
I think. So they giving up on him.
No, I definitely feel again it's still early, but he's on the bench. But again, you kind of gotta see
into the system,
you gotta
I
see
guess.
what is his strength. Like how do we acclimate
Attacking the
Jalen Ivey
basket.
on the back, like on the
They was
floor?
comparing
He was
him to
attacking.
John Morant.
Yeah,
like,
he's
attacking
literally
the
John
basket.
Morant's twin. Like,
Yeah.
But
So I
it
feel
doesn't
like
fit with a guy like Cade though. Cade is like he's a facilitator. So
But how many games did they really give it? Like I feel they kind of give up.
They gave up on him. They gave up on him.
They gave it early.
Mm.
I guess Monty Will's seen something that like feel me. It wouldn't fit.
Yeah, I think
it looks
was
better in the
something
second
off the
unit.
court.
Yeah.
I don't think something on the court. Now, yeah, they don't fit like bacon and eggs, but
No, they don't.
But I'm saying like give it some more. You got 2 young. You drafted the
Yeah,
top
Killian
5
Hayes should not be
pick.
starting.
you
Started.
kind of like almost
Like-
you projected it around him. Like
I'm just
But
confused.
the thing
like-
is, if they already knew they was getting hurt, why draft another guard?
that's what I'm saying.
Why go so heavy in on guards with him and Killian? By then, you should have been blew this up by now. So that's something
It's
that
bad
they
front
gotta-
office
Yo,
work
do you
too.
have a problem with Killian Hayes?
Bro,
Nah, I think
just
he
see-
does. This is like his third time mentioning
hold
him.
on. I don't
Because
like
why
that
is he starting,
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
He did have some injury history. Let's not act like he's just been playing all these games and just been
Bro,
trash.
I've seen the same player for the same. I haven't seen nothing progressively like get better in the league. If you're in the league and you're at that point now where it's like, all right, after year 3, it's like now there's a little bit more expectations for you. Like, feel me, you have to at least got somewhat better, at least like somewhat of an improve. I have not seen none of that. So I'm watching these games. I'm just like, I still see the same like mistakes. I still see like offensive game that I see from like year 1 and 2. So when I say a player like that has to go, it's time to bring in the next person, the next draft pick, the next whatever to feel me build a franchise. Nobody in the league is gonna wait around for a player to fully develop for like 10 years. You really have a 4-year span in where like feel me, it's either you got better enough to give you an extension or feel me, we have to part ways with you. That's what they do with guys like James Wiseman. That's why James Wiseman fell off the face of the earth at a point in time. You have to be better. And if you're not gradually getting better and you're not helping this franchise win games or be effective, you're useless. Sorry to cut it like that, but you're useless. You got to go to the G League or you got to go to another team, and maybe you might have that. Maybe you might have a better game. You might be better there, and they might utilize you in a different way rather than in this system.
Reem, Pistons, Wizards. Go ahead.
Shit, if I had to go off expectations, I'm gonna say Wizards, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because they thought the addition of Jordan Poole was gonna make them jump through the roof.
Pool party.
They thought. Listen, I'm one of those guys that believed. I believed that Jordan Poole was gonna come in and
I'm
average
on that boat
25.
too.
You believe too, right? And I
do.
feel like a
Yeah,
dickhead
guilty.
now. But I'm guilty. I'm
Guilty.
100%. I'm guilty.
Good.
I thought Jordan Poole was gonna come in there and go crazy with Kuzma.
Yeah.
But it's just a complete. He can't find himself. I don't know what it is. Is he a better player off the bench? I don't know what it is.
Or no, are you? I don't want. Are you done?
Nah, yeah.
Well, obviously, yeah, I picked the Wizards too. That I think because the Detroit Pistons is just the Detroit
Yeah,
Pistons.
like no one's really looking at them.
I haven't respected them since 03. Like I'm confused about them. But the Washington Wizards, I had high hopes for Jordan Poole.
Me
I
too.
was the one here. I'm guilty. Yes, it's me. I said he was going to be most improved player. I believe I was the only one that picked him up here, and he's completely disappointed me. I'm not sure how good he really is. He was on Golden State, coming off the bench, solid. Like
I think he's a bench player, bro.
right, and it was
In
that
all
first
reality.
season he was solid. The next season when teams game plans for him a little bit more, it was a little bit harder for him. We seen him in that Lakers series that they completely took him off the court. Whenever Jordan Poole had the ball shooting, I was happy as hell because I knew he was not gonna make it because his confidence was shot.
Gone. He was gone.
So now
Yeah,
the
that
whole thing,
Draymond snuff
the whole
really-
thing happened.
After that whole Draymond shit, he went right out.
Right, the whole thing with Draymond Green and Jordan Poole saying that you're an expensive backup and all that stuff. He gets punched in the face. That doesn't have the best season. I'm thinking he's gonna go to Washington. This whole media narrative that between him and Draymond, he has his own team now. He's already a champion. He got his bag. He's about to come into this 2023-2024 season and really show why he got the bag, but he just doesn't play well. His ball handling skills look very suspect. The shot selection,
crazy.
I
It's
just
crazy.
don't understand. And then the IQ, you was under Stephen Curry. Why do you think that if you just roll the ball up the court that the clock was gonna stop? Like everyone in the crowd knew that it wasn't gonna stop. So you was the only one. You did make the shot though, but it's like you're just everywhere. And then you fumbled another bag because Ruby Rose put you on her parlay.
Oh fuck.
Man, fuck that bitch.
She said, hold on, because don't act like if you wasn't in the league, you wouldn't.
I would have been took that down.
All right,
That's what I'm saying. You would have went for 30.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm taking that down if I have 30.
And
or I have
Jalen's not a hit
zero.
because
Like,
Jalen would have went for 42 that night. I would have shot.
Yeah, I'm taking
I would have shot
29
bench.
shots, bro.
Yep.
Like what the?
Yeah.
And you fumbled that back. So I don't know if it's your mindset.
Nah, he's fucked me up too. I bet on him all the bro.
Right. It seems like no night you can go over 20 points.
Literally, bro.
It's just I'm just confused, and then
I'm
looking at the
disappointed.
team. I wanted to also blame Kuzma. I can't. He's
Nah.
not.
He's playing-
not playing bad. Like
not playing
it's
bad.
really
No,
just you.
No,
So-
when I look at it, I'm watching the game
Like-
yesterday. Oh my, against the Bucks, tight game, bro. But just the shot selection, I don't know
He's
who the
not
hell's the coach for this Washington was he, but the offense
Wes
that they
Unseld,
run,
shout out Wes Unseld.
whoever that is. Nah, I know he's a junior, right? I know his
Yeah.
pops definitely
Right,
played,
right.
Hall of Fame and shit like that. But when I looked at it, I'm like, bro, the shots they're taking is crazy. It's not even a set. There's not a motion.
You would think they're like a young team.
Yeah,
and they're
it's
really
only
not.
with Tyus Jones on the floor where they look like a decent team. But when it's Jordan Poole running, has the
Tell you
ball
about
in his
that.
hand.
Jordan Poole cannot run the show.
It's not.
Yeah.
He
Can't, no,
waves
he
off
can't.
his
Can't
other
run the show.
teammates. Like, feel me?
Bro.
There's no motion going
But
on.
no, but it's deeper than just on the court. It's off the court.
It's an ego thing
and
too.
this is what we talked about, having vets on the team. They have no vets on their roster, bro.
Yeah, I can't-
All they have is fucking Delino Gallinari, and no one respects him. He's like Italian or some shit. No one respects what the hell he's talking about. Like, so they have no vet. I'm watching, the viral video. Jordan Poole's in the huddle with the timeout. He's not even watching the.
Yeah.
His ego got to his ego fucked his whole game up.
He's telling another teammate, "Shut up, it's my team," and a whole bunch of.
Yeah, like how you trying to establish
I
that
just
already and
don't-
now, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Nobody's gonna fall in line when you doing shit like
He tried
that.
to- he tried to- he
and
tried
that's
to
the shit
come
that
in.
pissed KG off. I'm watching KG say he's like, yo, just
Bro.
like a Jordan Poole, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like shit like that. That's
Bro.
disrespectful to your teammates and the people that put in the work in. They see that you have a championship caliber
Yeah.
player, and now the fact that you get, oh, this is my team, I do what I want.
And there's
that's
two
that's
champions.
crazy.
There's
Yeah.
two
Especially if
champions
you
on that
lose them.
team. There's Kuzma and then you got Poole. So it's like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Kuzma don't even move like that.
he
Feel me?
don't.
Like
I thought
Kuzma, he's a
they were-
nut. Like, he'll take
I
the
thought
shots,
they were
but
gonna come in and
But
click
Jordan
like this.
Poole, 39% from the field and 28% from three.
he's
That's
out of
just-
there. They just talking
you
about
got
they
paid-
might trade him.
You got paid $140 million, brother man.
to put up bricks. Shit is crazy. I had faith in him.
And now the team, I'm seeing so many reports that they don't think you're a cornerstone player, and that they're looking to trade you. Just got there.
15 games.
You
Well, we
probably
gotta
didn't
remember-
even buy a house yet.
You know what?
Like,
everyone,
what the
Well, you
everyone
gotta
was,
remember what Jordan
everyone
Poole-
was so convinced off that Knicks preseason game. Y'all seen that when he
Yeah,
had
yeah,
41?
yeah.
Everyone was so convinced, like, oh, Jalen. I said Jalen. Jordan
Jordan.
Poole's gonna come in and average 30. I'm so disappointed because
Well,
I'm
the
a Warriors
next
fan.
game he was shit.
He had like
Nah,
11.
yeah.
He had like 11.
Literally the next game he was bullshit.
The Jordan Poole that we seen, you gotta remember, Jordan
I'm
Poole's
super
career,
disappointed.
his first year, he didn't play that much. Then he got sent down to the G League.
He developed
too.
every year though.
So I feel like he had more hunger. He was greedy to make it back.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like just having that success that early on, now you feel like you're established, but you're not
He's dead ass
established.
not
too.
established.
But
at all.
but hold on, the coach is not off the hook either though, because if Jordan
Who's the
Poole,
coach over there?
Wes
Unseld.
Wes Unseld, but
Junior.
if Jordan Poole, because that huddle thing shows that your best player does not
Not
respect
even respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Nigga, I'm
your
benching
best
him,
player,
yeah.
if your best player does not respect you,
You're never gonna
these
win.
young players on the team are sort of looking up to him. So they see if he's not listening to coach, I'm not listening to coach
either,
If he's
yeah.
leaving practice early, I'm leaving practice early. So it's so much deeper than even on the court. And it's crazy for me to say because I don't even know how they blow it up. But they have to blow it up, and I don't know what they're blowing up.
Give them
Yeah.
10
Like,
more
I-
games.
But
Give
do you
them 10.
think they have to blow it up though? Because the Wizards
Jalen,
are not.
Jalen,
but
what
I'm
are
saying,
you building
but
off
if you
of?
look at the
What?
Wizards are not contending for nothing, bro. Like the direction of the Wizards are
But what do you
like,
keep
But are you-
like they're not like, oh,
are
we
you
have to make the
keeping- hold on.
playoffs or
Are you?
anything.
We understand it, but
Yeah.
are you keeping Kuzma and Poole as your cornerstones?
I'll
Nah.
keep
If
Kuz.
they're invested, if they're invested, then
Nah.
yeah.
I'll keep Kuz.
I think Kuz would be more
it's
invested,
just
but
like-
realistically, Kuz, what
Yeah.
he's doing right now could be effective on another team.
But this is what I'm
It's
saying. But
wasting
this is what
time
I'm
for
saying
him.
though. This is what I'm saying. If you're gonna trade Jordan Poole for what? Like, what do
You're
the
not
Wizards,
getting that
what do the
much back
Wizards
now,
need
yeah.
so much that they need to trade Jordan Poole
Draft
for?
pick.
No, other players around. You give Tyus
Past
Jones the ball in his
considerations.
hands. We just finished speaking
Yeah.
about Tyus Jones, though. That's somebody I think you might want to start off with.
And
That's
build
somebody
around. You want to build around. I can see
yeah.
that. He's a good. He's a
He's
good point guard.
he
Yeah.
has the IQ for the game. He doesn't take crazy shots. He fits within the system too. I watching him last night. He's getting his buckets effectively, like in timely manner.
But
He's not shot
But I
chucking.
want to ask you, because I really want to get to the bottom and then we have to end the show. is Jordan Poole playing bad like this because he doesn't really care for being in Washington, or is he not as good as we thought he is?
Is what it come down to. I don't think he's as good as we think. Because no, it's an ego thing with him. I really think that's really an ego thing with him. Because right now you're in a position right now where it's just like everybody's looking at you to put up 20 to 25 points a game. Everybody was hyping you up for the beginning of the season. You know what you're capable of. We've seen Jordan Poole go off, especially in that Denver series first round. He fell off a little bit after that, but averaged 20 last year. Might not have been the best 20, but still averaged 20. So he knows his skill set. Right now, he's just doing shit. Like, I feel like he's just doing more than what he has to do. He's not really learning what it takes to be a leader. He's not taking the right initiatives.
But you even brought up the point about his ego. I know you read the report where he literally said out his mouth, my career is validated. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah, that's his ego. That's his ego talking.
That's the ego thing. That's not even.
His
that's
career
not
is
no
not
more.
validated. His career is not validated.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you're really that nice, there's more of a bag for you. Players are getting more now.
You know why? No,
I get y'all, but it kind of is. But
you have to be able. If your career is valued, you have to be able to go to your own team and do your own stuff.
But that's and I just wanted to add one thing. I just really don't. Me personally, I just didn't think Jordan Poole was that good, to be honest. Because to me, I really feel like it's easier to score, all those bucks when you have so many threats. On your team, all those threats to score. And my thing too, like Jordan Poole, like offensively, I know he puts up points, but to me, when I'm watching him, he can't go left, and he can't score in other ways than just quick.
His handle is suspect.
Bro, I see he can't. He goes strong right, can't go left. Like I see him only finish right. Like it's certain things when the best defender. When the best defender is guarding you night in and night out, you gotta score in different ways. He doesn't have no post game. He doesn't have no midi. Like you gotta switch up your offensive game.
Like literally, like last night was really like the first time I really watched Jordan Poole work. So I'm just like, he's forcing it. It's like not even like within the offensive flow. It looks like an isolation. Like he's trying to be like a Harden, bro.
Yeah, if they take away something from Jordan
bro,
Poole,
it's a team game.
He's the system,
bro.
Can't have a system. You cannot have a system around Jordan Poole.
He's the system.
How much games they won?
2.
Can't be a fucking system, bro.
But it's the pool party.
I think he only cracked 30 once this year.
Bro.
He hit 30?
He might. I might be wrong. It might be 26. It might be 26.
30?
Like I feel like the numbers are gonna be there because the shot availability, the shots are gonna be there for him. But is it gonna be a winning 30? Everybody know, like what Chet said. Yeah, what Chet said. There's a difference between like scoring 30 and like taking mad shots to get it, and being an effective 30 resulting into winning. This shit is not resulting into winning though, it's useless.
I'm just gonna end it like this. I heard a player tell a story about him and his coach, and I just think this is funny. The player said, "But coach, I'm always open," and he said, "Yeah, you're open for a reason." So I think that kind of applies to Jordan Poole. Yeah, they're playing you like that for a reason. They want you to keep shooting.
To go back to what we were saying, he had 30 one time, and that was against the Bucks. Like a couple games ago, like 3 games
so he thought last night was his get back game.
Yeah.
He had 26.
Yeah. Like, but for me right now, I'm not gonna say I'm just hating on him or like feel me or the same thing because you fake want to see players do better, especially if they're giving you a chance. This is really your opportunity to show what you're getting. You know how much people dream for this opportunity? Like, feel me? I want to go on my own to really see what I'm capable of, what I'm made of.
That's what he thought he wanted to do.
Yeah. Right? So there's a chance. I mean, he's gradually got better. Like, the game before that, he played solid against the Hornets. Even speaking to the Bucks game, he had 30 before that. So I feel like his stats are going to pick up, but it's just the mindset and just the attitude that you walk into.
Has to change.
Like a lot of people look at you.
Has he been the same since he took Ice Spice on a date for $50K?
He said
is that even true? Was that even true?
That's true. It's true. Yeah.
He's out here chicken on Ice Spice. That's tough.
Shout out to Ice Spice, bro.
All right, but that's gonna have to end it for today's show. I just want to thank Kareem for coming on again. Definitely a great addition to the show. Would like to have you back very soon. I want to thank Jalen and Seth for pulling up again, doing great work. I want to thank everybody for watching. You made it this far in the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms at It's Debatable _. Follow me at Justin Jones on Facebook for details and developments on the pod.
Yeah.